What's up, y'all? Here's 10 tips for the new Overwatch Fortnite update. Tip number 1. With the ability to cut your glider now added, you're better off dropping out of the bus closer to your destination and then cutting the glider, free falling, speeding up the drop process. So like right here's a great example. You let go, then right before you hit the ground, hit the glider, and you're on the ground before anybody else is even there. Now moving on to tip number 2. Now that the gray pistol is in your inventory when you drop out of the bus, you don't necessarily have to get a chest or floor loot before somebody else to kill them. In this example, I land first, but I almost die because of the gray pistol. The thing only has 16 bullets, so you have to be really accurate to actually get a kill. So it's not too much of a concern. I mess up my landing a little bit right here, but you'll see what I mean about the gray pistol. I don't get a single thing, and I still end up with this kill. Another dude lands. Utilize the last 3 bullets in my gray pistol. Kill this person. Now moving on to tip number 3. There's these new pocket items where you can choose between a med mist, a shield bubble, or the shockwave. It seems like no matter what, you spawn in with the shockwave at the beginning of the game, and you can choose other things out of vending machine. But I would recommend just using the shockwave every single time. It's so nice to have an emergency piece of movement, or a choice of movement that doesn't waste your existing overdrive grenades. Right here, I just shockwave on this dude. Easy kill. Here's another example. I run out of charges in my gloves to catch up to this dude. So then I just shockwave and close the gap and get him. I had like no loot in this scenario too, so had to make do with what I had. Tip number 4. With the new tracer weapons, if you get somebody weak, you can push it relatively silently too, and they most likely won't even know you're coming until you land right next to them. There is a little bit of visual audio when you do it, but by the time you notice it, you're already on them anyways, so it works out. Right here, get this dude to 6 HP. Get real close. Here's another example. Pretty aggressive with this dude. He has an RPG. Dash right past him. Easy. Tip number 5. The tracer pistol's damage is not really that good at all, and the range is horrible. So I've just been using it as a mobility item almost, instead of overdrive grenades, or instead of the glove if I don't have either of those. In this clip, I fight a dude who's mainly shooting me with his tracer pistols, and I outgun him with a gray thunderburst. Tip number 6. You can use the tracer dash to extend your shockwaves, like right here. Dash to get all the way up on the roof. He doesn't expect it. Makes the kill much easier. Here's another example. Scout this dude out. Land right on him. Got a quick pump shot. Terrible mantling skills right here, but eventually I clean up the kill. Don't sleep on the Nemesis either. This AR, people don't like ARs this season, but it's not bad. This clip is crazy. I didn't even know this, but if you dash from the pistols onto a launch pad, you won't pull your glider. And it results in this. Where you kind of just land on somebody out of nowhere, and they don't have any visual audio because your glider's not pulled. And then in this example, this dude somehow had the mythic goldfish in a regular pub match. Crazy. Moving on to tip number 7. This new staff is actually ridiculously versatile. It heals you, it can heal your teammates, and it slows your falling speed. So like in this example, you make one shockwave last you like 200 meters and just land on somebody and eliminate them before they even know what's going on. Here's another showing of the tech. It's almost like double the amount of movement from any grenade you use, whether it be overdrive or shockwave. Whiff a bunch of pistol shots, but then I shockwave on this guy. Use the tech. Get close. Then I'm just waiting for this shotgun to finish the job. It doesn't. Finish it off with the pistol. Here's another clip showcasing it. This staff is amazing. If you're not using the staff, you're probably carrying pizza, but the pizza is better heals, but the staff is just much more versatile and allows for some really cool plays. Right here, I end up scanning this guy with the recon scanner, and then I use the staff to basically get within 5 meters of him. Catch him completely off guard. No shotgun, no problem. Alrighty, now moving on to tip number 8. The recall ability, where you press your ADS and you rewind your positioning, is crazy. Right here is a good example of somebody using it on me. Right there. It wasn't impossible to track him, but it definitely is jarring, and it can reset a fight. Tip number 9. A lot of people are in bushes recently, so as long as you have a pair of gloves, you can deal with these people so easily. They rarely expect it, especially if they're camping in a bush. They're not exactly the best type of player. Right here, I'm the one in the bush. This dude dashes real quick, almost gets me. The glove saves me. So anytime I'm in a bush fight, I'm really likely to switch to my gloves and get a free 70 damage, and then essentially take a 50-50 in the air that I'm confident in winning because of a health advantage. Right here, I scare a dude off in his car. He's my bounty, so I can kind of roughly tell where he is. I see he goes in that bush, and I'm predetermining right here. All right, I'm gonna hit him with the uppercut, switch to my gloves early. Just need one shot to finish the job. Couldn't get it quick enough. Boom. And the final tip of this video is that you don't have to overthink the loot pool sometimes. The pistol has been and will be the best medium range option in this meta. And a lot of fights right now are ending up close to medium range where the pistol is dominant. This pistol, I would be shocked if it isn't nerfed for next season or vaulted. But take advantage of it while you can. Absolutely lasered. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on this video.